Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, whenever you're watching this episode of the Patriot Plumber Report. Well, my intentions were really high on making a video for all of my Bluetti friends and family about a build that I was doing for a road trip from from Kentucky to Idaho to Utah to back. Well, I got all the videos. I got me mounting the solar panels, getting the solar panels ready for on top of my utility trailer. I mean, the whole shebang. And I don't know what happened, but I erased all of those videos. This plumber is not computer savvy or phone savvy, but man, I lost it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna show you exactly what I did to prepare my utility trailer, and I'll show you what it looks like. Give me 1 second. There is my trailer. Now it's a single axle. It's got a door in the back and a door on the side. It is 10 foot by 6 foot. So what I did is I took 4 200-watt Renogy solar panels, rigid, and I mounted them to the top of my trailer. Now let me show you what it looks like after it's all complete and hooked up to my trailer. 1 second. Here is the 4 panels mounted to my utility trailer. I've got it running in series. I bolted it down to the aluminum frame inside, and then I took flux seal and I sealed up everything that I thought would maybe be a possible leak. So there's the 800 watts right there. All right, now on the side, what I decided to do is, since my AC 300 has 2 different controllers for solar, I have one of the controllers hooked up to the solar on top, and then the other one I have it to where I can just hook up my panels outside. Now that's my Bluetti PV 350. Good sun conditions, I'm averaging between 320 to 340 watts off of that panel, which is really good. And then what I did too is, you can see right here, I put in a power switch to where I can hook up grid power, and then the grid power goes right into my AC 300 in split phase. And then you're probably wondering what that little dryer vent is for. I'll show you that once I show you inside. But I bought off of eBay a little portable AC unit. It says it does 350 cubic square feet, which is probably perfect for my trailer, and it was, because I used it, and I'll tell you all about it. And then I got that off of Amazon, I think for like a couple $100. Material for this job, like the power switch and the vent and all the little adapters for my solar, I think that was maybe 60-70 bucks at the most. So I'll be able to get 800 watts off of the top, and then another 350 off of that panel right there. On a perfect condition, I was averaging about 1,000 watts coming in, which is amazing, because I can run all kinds of stuff with 1,000 watts coming in, especially the AC, lights, TV, all that stuff that I put inside, and I can't wait to show you. And then I think it was $30 for the mounting brackets that I got from Bouge RV, not Bouge RV, but Renogy, off of their website. So I got those, and I think, like I said, it was like 30 bucks. But so that's how I mounted my solar to the top. Now eventually, what I'd like to do is have some panels on the side to where that I could raise it up and then tilt it and all that stuff. That'll be another build. But That's my goal, just so that I can have more, because each head unit on the Bluetti AC300, I can bring in 2400 watts, and that's amazing. That's a lot of wattage right there. So that's some of the stuff that I did with my trailer and all that stuff. I got it prepared. Hold on real quick and I'll show you what the inside looks like. All right, so this is what it looks like inside. I've got my chair right there. I've got a nice bed set up right there. I have my AC 200 Max with the B230 batteries. I've got a nice little table. I've got the Bouge RV 30 quart electric cooler. I would love to get a Bluetti cooler and test that out and show you all what they can do with their coolers. Maybe they'll send me one to demo. But now here, I've got a nice fan right here that's going to circulate the air down right there. That's that port for my AC unit. Now I don't have it in here right now because it's in my trailer. It helps, you know, keep my trailer cool. But let me show you what I got. So this is what it looks like. I've got my 50-inch Samsung flat screen TV. Behind it I have my sound bar. Right there down at the bottom left, that's my subwoofer. So I have two AC 300 head units with two B300 batteries. I also have it mounted, and I'll show you right behind here. You can see that I have the Bluetti, oh gosh, what's the name of that box? The Fusion box, to where I can hook it up and have tongue-tied today, 30 amp 240 volt. That's the Fusion box, and what you do is it comes with a communication cable that you hook up. I've got the communication cable all hooked up. I just don't have it in split phase right now, but when I was traveling I did, just so that when I stopped at my KOAs I could just top off everything, get it going, and then if somebody needed some help I was able to give them 240 volt if they needed it. So that's what I have set up for my trailer for my trip. My trip was amazing having this set up. One, I didn't have to get a hotel room, which on the average during summer you're looking at $120 to $200 a night. Well, I didn't have to do that. I paid at the most $65 a night through the KOA, which came with hot springs, pools, showers, all kinds of fun activities they have, which was way more beneficial than getting a hotel and just being stuck in your room. And every time that I stopped, I would just hook up grid power. Now, on my way back, when I had to go through Colorado, it got a little warm in Denver. I think it was like 103. So what I did is I made sure that my AC unit was secure and it wouldn't roll around, and I ran my AC. And the one time that I stopped, I checked because I have a thermometer out here. I believe it was like almost 90 degrees inside. So what I did is I turned on the AC while I was driving. So I'm pulling watts from the top, which on the average I was pulling between 600 to 750 watts. The AC unit on low is around 650 to 700 watts, and that kept it perfectly cool in my trailer. After I was running it, I stopped for gas. I just wanted to check the temperature, and it was around 75 degrees in my trailer, which is perfect, ideal conditions if you're going to have it out. Just make sure that you have fans to circulate the air. I have little lights that I have inside. Let me show you this right here. So I added this disconnect switch for the solar on top, just so like when I was driving and I didn't need to bring in any power, I just turned it off. That I got on Amazon. I think it was like $20 something. And if you look down below, you can see how I got it hooked up on the one lead for one of my head units. So I have 350 coming from outside, and I have 800 coming in from on top of the solar. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Now, after this trip, I realized that I need to do something. And when I say I need to do something, God just put it on my heart that with all of these natural disasters poking their head up, I have family that was in the direct path of the hurricane in Texas just this last week. He just now got power, so he was out of power for close to 3 days, 4 days. That's no food, that's no showering, that's no AC, and it's really hot. The good news is they got their power restored, but there's millions of people that are still without power. So God just put it on my heart that I need to turn that into a mobile power station. If I could get 2 more batteries and like 2 more PV 350s, I know that I could help out a lot of people in need. With everything that's happening in the world, it's time to give back to the people that need it. And I've needed help in the past. And Bluetti, they have totally supported me. They've helped me out in every possible way. The people on the forums have helped me out. Like just this morning, I had a problem with one of my cables. I contacted one of the guys off of the forum. I was like just double checking what I could have been doing wrong. I wasn't doing anything wrong. It was just that one of my extension cables needed a new end. And that's all it was. So if you can see right there on my table, I do have the splicing kit that I highly recommend you just get on Amazon, get the tools, get the splicing kit, because you never know when you're on the road, if something happens, you're going to be able to fix your solar. So that's where I'm at right now. The road trip was amazing with Bluetti. It really helped out. When we were in Montana, it was on our second night, or our second leg of the trip, our second destination that we got to, the KOA. It was in Montana. And it was, when we pulled up, I think it was around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was chilly. I didn't need the AC, but what I did is I brought my little portable heater, because you just never know. And so I turned that sucker on. That thing uses around 700 watts. But the great thing is I was prepared. We weren't cold, we weren't hot, we weren't hungry, because Bluetti took care of everything. I brought an electric kettle for water. I brought a toaster. I brought a skillet, and we were having pancakes, eggs, bacon, whatever I could fry on the electric stovetop. It worked out perfect. And with the solar coming in, I used maybe 10%, and that's it. Because I have solar coming in, and I think my kettle, that uses around 1400 watts. The toaster, I mean, it's probably the same, but I didn't have to worry. I mean, anywhere we were at, if we were to break down, we were prepared. There's other things that I took for the road trip, and I'll show you, that is so important. It's so important to be prepared. So give me a second. I got to get up and go over to my truck. Okay, this is the stuff that I brought for my road trip. I have 4 buckets of My Patriot Supply food on the go. Each one of those buckets will last up to 25 to 30 years. I have breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, you name it. I also brought all of my parts for my Bluetti, charging cables, my DC enhancer. I brought a canopy, a 10 by 10 foot canopy with a screen that goes around it. And you're wondering, man, that's a lot of tools just for a road trip. Well, I used them for other things. When I was down in Utah, I was at my grandmother's for about a week, and I had to plumb in a new bathroom for them downstairs. And so that's one of the reasons why I brought so many tools. But hey, you just never know what you're going to need on a road trip. You're going to need power. You're going to need food. You're going to need water. You're going to need things that are going to help you benefit yourself on a road trip. And I think I said it already, but I'm going to flip it over. There is the little heater that I used when I was in Montana. And it worked out great. Great. So it all worked out great. I had all the tools. I had all the parts. I had the food, the water, everything that I need for that trip. And it held up like a champ. I didn't have to worry about anything because I was all prepared with that. Got my solar on the top. I got my solar in the front. I've got my Bluetti AC300 in split phase. So if I did need 240 volt, 30 amp, I was there. I was ready. I didn't ever have to use it, but you never know. Better safe than sorry. Now the tools that I used on this build, basic tools. I had an impact drill. I had a regular drill. I had, utility knife, and I think that was basically it to do that whole job. And one of the other things that I highly recommend any Bluetti customer that has units is to get yourself one of these. This right here this morning saved me a headache. And what I mean by a headache is I was telling you that I did that splice on my solar cables. I hooked up my PV and I was not getting any power. And I freaked out. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's my panel. It wasn't my panel, because what I did is I took my meter and I plugged it in, and I was pulling all the voltage that I was supposed to get. So it wasn't the panel. It ended up being the cable on one of the connections. I don't know what happened, but I fixed it all up and it's good to go now. One of the other things that I didn't have, but I got afterwards, and I made a video of the unboxing, and you'll have to check out that video, but I'll give you a little a hint. It's a portable water heater, almost like an Instant Hot, and it's by the company Joolca, Joolca. They're out of Australia. I got the Nomad series, which comes with a carrying case. It comes with a stand for the hot tank. It also comes with a shower head, a 12 volt pump that you'll see in the video that I ran off my Bluetti. And it also comes with a sink and a faucet, which, if you're boondocking and you want to have that hot shower, boom, you can. And it runs off of propane. Big thing right there. Propane, wherever I'm at, I can have a hot shower. Or if I don't want a hot shower, I can just have a nice, cool, cold shower. But check out that video. I'll be posting this after this video, just so that you can watch this and then you can look at that. But having that with me, there was a couple times when I was stopped after I dropped off my daughter. I didn't get the KOAs. I was just like, man, I can boondock anywhere. It would have been nice to have that, just because, to get that grime off. There's only so much you can do in one of the roadside rest stop bathrooms to clean yourself up. But now if I had the Joolca, it would have worked out great. So check out that video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, tell your friends. But Bluetti is the powerhouse, and I'm totally 100% Bluetti. I've had other companies, ask me to test out their products, but I'm to the point where I just want to stick with one, and I haven't had any problems. Now I see a lot of other people testing out other units and stuff like that, but I'm just going to stay with Bluetti. They have taken care of me. They have allowed me to demo and test out other units. You can see in my videos. Check those out. But that's what I did for my road trip. It was 4,600 miles complete from Kentucky to Idaho to Utah, back over to Kentucky. It was amazing. I saw a lot of neat things. I got to experience, Aspen, Colorado, Vail. There's a lot of money there, a lot of money. But it's beautiful, beautiful area. But getting back to what I really want to do is turn that into a major power hub, so that if any of my friends or family are without power, all I got to do is hook it up to my trailer, or hook it up to my truck and head on out and help out anybody that I possibly can. So Bluetti, if you want to help out and get this going, I'll do whatever you want. Because it kind of sucks knowing that you have friends and family out there that are struggling, if they don't have heat, if they don't have AC, if they just don't have power, period. I just want to be that in between to where I can help them, because my friends and family have helped me in the past. So that's what I really want to do, is I just want to just take care of people that are in need. And I believe Bluetti can help me out with that. The great thing about having this right there is all I have to do is run my power from there to my trailer right now, and it runs my AC, it runs my lights, it runs my modem, it does everything it possibly can do. Now, one thing that I found out just recently, which is a plus, normally when I had it hooked up to my AC 300, I couldn't run the AC and the microwave at the same time. Well, I found out that my batteries for my trailer, I just needed to turn that off, because they're already charged. They're, constant power, they're already charged. So when the power goes out, boom, I have DC, I have lights and all that stuff. But I found out that I turned that off, and that gives me enough power to run the AC and the microwave. Because I think when it was charging, I was charging those batteries, I think at like 400 watts. Because when I was doing some of my other tests, I found that when the refrigerator wasn't running, I was still pulling around 400 watts. Well, now I know. It's because I was charging batteries as well. So once I stopped that, boom, I was good to go. So when I'm not using it, it's hooked up to my trailer, and then if I need to, all I have to do is disconnect, hook it back up to the grid, because I'm on my brother's property, and then I can just jump in my truck with my trailer and I can just go help out any one of you. Now, the cool thing is I know this will happen. I know I'll be able to do this because I have some really good people out there that I know that would want to maybe donate or help, because there's going to be a lot more storms. Just this one in Texas, that's not the first. We've got more storms coming. I live in Kentucky, where there's all kinds of tornadoes. We had a tornado watch just last week during the whole hurricane, because it came up from Texas all the way over, and we got the tail end of it, but it was still a lot of rain. And we did have a tornado warning and all that stuff. So I could even be local, or I can just jump on the road and head off. I want to give a big shout out to my 1,032 subscribers here on YouTube. Thank you so much for all of your support, all your likes, all your views, all your shares. Just keep up the good work. Tell your friends. But I just want to say thank you so much for making this channel grow. Because I've only been doing it a couple years, and now I'm up to 1,032 subscribers. That's a huge win. All right, so if you like this video, please smash the thumbs, subscribe, tell your friends, post it to Facebook, wherever you can, Instagram, whatever, Rumble, whatever you can do. I highly recommend it because I'm going to show you more videos. I'm going to do more real life scenarios like in most of my videos that you've seen before. I just want to show you what you can do with the Bluettis that you have. Now I have the AC 200 Max with one B230 battery, and then like I said earlier and I showed you, I have the AC 300 Max, excuse me, the AC 300 with the B300 batteries in split phase with the fusion box. So if I needed the 240 30 amp, I was taken care of. I also have the EB3A. I also have my first unit was the EB70S, and that is amazing. It's a little powerhouse. If you're wanting to start off small, I highly recommend getting it. And I know that they have a new one out, so I think it's called the AC70, if I'm correct. I could be wrong. Also, jump on Bluetti's website. They've got the Prime, it's called Bluetti Prime deal going on right now. They've got all kinds of great deals that are happening right now. I believe the AC 300 Max is on sale. It's $600 off. I think it's $1,099, but you get 2,000 watts of power. And you'll see in my other videos, I use the AC 200 Max and the B230 battery and the B300 battery to run my RV, my 30-foot Coleman RV during the winter. It ran my heat, it ran my lights, it runs everything. So if you're interested in purchasing some Bluetti products, definitely check out the Bluetti Prime. It's called Prime Deal. Yeah, let me just double check. Hold on real quick. Bluetti Prime Deal Day. So check it out. They got all kinds of deals going on. I highly recommend picking yourself up one unit, you know, even if it's a small one, or if you want to run your home or your trailer. Check out my other videos, and you'll be amazed. The AC 180 ran this. Now it didn't run the AC or anything, but it did run everything else. So that's a plus. So check out their deals. Bluetti Prime Deal Day. I think it's going on for a few more days. So check it all out. Check out all the other head units. But I'm telling you what, it was amazing. Oh, one other thing that was good about having the AC 300 in my utility trailer is it comes with an app. You can download the app, the Bluetti app, and all that stuff. So when I was driving, and if I needed to look to see, you know, how much power was left, I just threw on my app. I looked at my phone, and I could read how many watts were coming in, what was going out, and all that good jazz. So if you get a Bluetti, make sure you get the app. It works Wi-Fi or works off of the internet. But all right, I feel like I'm rambling now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you get some ideas of what you could possibly do with your own little trailer and Bluetti and solar. If you do, throw me down some comments. You know, I try to answer as many as I possibly can, just to get back to all of you that have thrown out some comments. Let me pause this. My phone just went off, so I gotta mute it. But so, like I said before, if you like it, hit that thumbs button, subscribe, tell your friends. God bless, and I'll see you on the next report.